Jesse Jackson, and Karaoke. We gonna get into it. Let's get it. Welcome. First of all, welcome. This is Unsolicited Perspectives. I'm your host, Bruce Anthony, here to lead the conversation in important events and topics that are shaping today's society. Join the conversation and follow us wherever you get your audio podcasts. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for our video podcasts, YouTube exclusive content, and our YouTube membership. Rate, review, like, comment, share. Share with your friends, share with your family, hell, even share with your enemies. On today's episode is a Sibling Happy Hour. I'm here with my sis, Jay Andrea. We're going to be talking about Pete Hegseth, Jesse Jackson, and Cardi B. What do they have in common? Nothing but being on this show. But that's enough of this intro. Let's get to the show. Today, we honor the life and legacy of Jesse Jackson, born October 8th, 1941 in Greenville, South Carolina, and who transitioned on February 17th, 2026 at the young age of 84. A Baptist minister, civil rights leader, and national political figure, Reverend Jackson helped shape modern Black politics and multiracial coalitions building in America. He rose from humble beginnings in the Jim Crow South, became a student leader and an athlete, and joined the movement that would transform this country. In the mid-1960s, he marched in Selma alongside Martin Luther King Jr. and later became a key figure within the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. He founded Operation Push in 1971, advancing Black economic empowerment and political engagement, and later created the National Rainbow Coalition, a bold vision uniting African American, working class whites, Latinos, women, and other marginalized communities around justice and opportunity. His historic presidential campaigns in 1984 and 1988 expanded the possibilities of American politics, proving that a broad, progressive coalition could compete at the highest levels. He served as a voice for the voiceless, advocating for voting rights, economic equity, and international human rights, even acting as an informal diplomat to secure the release of Americans abroad. And in 2000, he was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom for his decades of public service. Even after publicly announcing his Parkinson's diagnosis in 2017, he continued to speak out on issues of justice, inequality, and democracy. Reverend Jackson was a charismatic orator and relentless organizer and an architect of what he called the Rainbow Coalition, a reminder that progress is strongest when it's shared. May we honor his life not only in words, but in continued work towards justice and unity. Rest in power, Reverend Jackson.
Rest in power.
I am
somebody.
What up, sis?
What up, brother?
I can't call it. Look, I'm tired. Okay, look.
Hey.
I'm tired.
It's better.
That's just what it is.
Yeah. Yes.
I did my thing. You wouldn't have your words for the late Reverend Jesse Jackson?
Man, without Reverend Jesse Jackson, I don't know that there would be a Barack Obama. Right? The thought that we could ascend to the presidency. He was really the first person. Also, shout out to Shirley Chisholm, but the first person to really make a real run for it, and was taken seriously. And I think gave us the thought and then the courage to pursue the presidency. Honestly, so very soon after the civil rights movement.
Really soon, yeah.
Right? So, he definitely led an impactful life, an important life, and just rest in power.
Yeah, it comes in threes. We were talking last week about James Vanderbeek.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then Robert Duvall passed
Robert Duvall, yes.
the
Yes.
day before. And then I woke up yesterday morning, and I don't know why I do this. Why do I go straight to my phone? I
Yeah.
mean, I can understand why. Okay, I got to turn off the alarm. But I don't
Yes.
need to go on no apps. I don't need to. And oh, by the way, what is with Apple's new update? It used to be a time where the alarm would go off. I could just push a button. Now I got to
Yeah.
swipe.
Yeah.
Listen,
I
I
mean,
know
but
I'm
it
getting older.
forces you to do more
I
and
don't
to
want to do more.
possibly wake up.
I don't have that problem. My alarm, I wake up before the alarm, and I have my little sound machine going from the phone, and I know as soon as it cuts off, it's like a 2-second delay, and then the alarm will go off. And so I
Got it.
know as soon as that sound stops, time to get up.
Yeah.
I don't like the new update from Apple. It's caused a lot of problems for me, just running around the apps, figuring out what to do. I sent people some things I didn't want them to know.
Yeah.
That's what's going on. But what was the reason why I brought that up? There was a reason.
Oh, you woke up yesterday. First thing you did was look at your phone.
Yep. First thing I did, it was the first thing that popped up. Very first thing that popped up. I said, not Jesse. And then I thought to myself, the same thing I said with Robert Duvall, not Robert Duvall. And then I was like, oh, Robert is 95.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, Jesse is 84.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's about right. And I actually did not realize he had Parkinson's disease.
Yeah, I did know that. He did disclose that, like you said. So, but it didn't stop him, of course, from speaking out and still doing the work. Yeah. So, yeah.
He did. I mean, he was there for every important moment. Every important moment he was there. And so, you know, to power to him as he rests in peace. He had plenty of acts of kindness through the years. And speaking of acts of kindness, I read a story that was really interesting and then at the same time disappointed me.
Okay.
So you've watched The Big Bang Theory, right?
Yes.
Kutapali, his real name, look, I could barely say Kutapali. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all watching.
You could just say Raj. I mean,
yeah. Well, I forgot that was the first name. But hey, ladies and gentlemen.
You remembered Kutapali.
And didn't say it well.
And forgot Raj.
Yes.
Okay.
He was doing some interview for some outlet. And this is what this man does. He will go on GoFundMe and pay people's medical debts. Just randomly. Wow. He'll just scroll through and just randomly just like, oh, let me pay this debt. Let me pay this debt. And I'm like, wow, that is such a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Then the internet took over. And though he got a lot of praise, like that's a great thing. There's like, oh, say you do something nice so everybody can heap praise on you. And I was like, no, it was a throwaway line in an interview. And even if he did do that, who cares? This man is taking his money and going paying other people's medical bills that are so expensive that they needed to have a GoFundMe.
You know, when people respond like that, like, oh, what are you just looking for, a pat on the back? It's a type of projection, right? Because there are ways in which you could show up better for other people in your life and you choose not to. And so it's like a mirror being held up to you when you see someone else who out of the kindness of their heart is doing things for other people, and you could be and you're choosing not to, and you feel some type of way about it. And so the only thing that you can do is lash out against, but if you think about it logically, you're lashing out against somebody doing a good thing.
Yeah.
How did that make sense? Make it make sense. How, Sway? I don't know.
I can't make it make sense because it don't make no sense to me.
It doesn't make sense.
Some people just, don't get me wrong. I know what it's like to be angry all the time because like we've said before, like we're angry all the time. But our anger we don't project our anger on other people.
Right.
You know, I understand if you're an angry person. I understand if you're depressed, if you're sad, if you're angry, if you're anxious. You ain't got to put that on other people just because you're suffering through it. Yeah. I know when I'm going through my things, that's when I pull away. people are like, damn, where'd Bruce go? He ain't been around for a while. Bruce going through some things, and so I don't take it out on you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay right here.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you, sometimes my clients be catching hell. Because somebody gonna catch it, right? Like I'm trying to hold it all in, but I done told you 17 times we doing this one exercise 12 times.
Yeah.
This other exercise 10 times. And we're doing the group of them 3 times. How many times I gotta repeat?
That's a lot.
If I say
I couldn't even follow that when you just said it.
Let me break it down where it's simpler. We're gonna do 12 reps of bicep curls. 12 reps of overhead extensions 3 times.
Huh?
We're going to do 12 reps of bicep curls.
Okay.
12 reps of overhead extensions 3 times.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, I got it. But you said it 3 times before it clicked, Bruce.
Well, this is the thing for me. These people, it's not like these people started yesterday. They've been with me for years. So
right.
You ain't pick it up, or they'd be like, what exercise is that? You only done it literally 2,748 times.
Yeah.
Because you've been with me for 10 years. You can't remember which exercise this is?
Fair.
So they catch it. But like these people are just like, and it's because they can't be confronted because they're on the internet.
Yeah, that too.
And
everybody
it's just like
with their Twitter fingers.
I'm all for keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? Like if I say something on this microphone, if I say something behind that keyboard, I'm going to say it to your face. The majority of the time. Sometimes it might hurt your feelings, so I might not say it to your face. But if I'm calling you out, we'll say it to your face.
Yeah. My point is this: a kind act is still kind whether you did it anonymously or publicly. I don't see the difference. The person or persons on the other end still benefited. So
right. Speaking of benefits, there's this viral story that's going around. So a man took a trip for his 40th birthday, and he took it alone because his girlfriend couldn't afford her half. And people have been up in arms on both sides. There have been some people like, why didn't he pay for his girlfriend? And then other people are like, it's his birthday. Why did she pay for him?
Yeah.
And then they were like, how is he just go leave her like that? He's like, what he can't celebrate his 40th? And I did my voices where it's man versus woman, but it wasn't. It was both sides. And I'm just curious to hear your take about this.
Yeah, I mean, she can't go. Like, here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's my birthday. Okay. So for instance, for my 40th, also went on a trip with my friends. They paid. I paid for some stuff like excursions or a photo shoot or something like that. But they pay. And if you can't do it, then you don't go. Like, girlfriend or not, like, why should she get an all expense paid trip for his birthday? That don't make no sense.
Now, if it was her birthday,
no sense.
I get it. If it's her birthday.
Yes.
But his birthday? But you knew his birthday was coming up for a full year. Or maybe y'all ain't been together. First of all, if y'all ain't been together for at least a year, y'all shouldn't be taking no 40th birthday trip together.
Right.
Okay, that's kind of weird.
But you knew it was coming up. You can't afford to go, then you don't get to go. But I'm still going to celebrate my 40th. What do you mean leave you there? You left yourself.
Right.
What?
Right.
And I'm going to have a grand old time.
Look, I'm I probably wouldn't be. It's probably the reason why I haven't had a long-term relationship in a while. I would be on the trip texting my baby, hey, baby, this is what I'm out here doing right now, taking pictures and stuff
Sending
like that.
Pictures. Yeah, posting on socials. Like, yeah.
Wish you was here.
Sure. Yeah.
Wish she was here.
Would have got a smooth wish you was here. Yeah.
Should have saved some of that Skrilla.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda, but you didn't. And so, no, I don't think he owed her that trip. If he really, really wanted her to go and he paid for her, that's up to him. That's between them.
He might not have had them extra ends. Trips ain't cheap. Trips
ain't
are
cheap.
not cheap.
They're not cheap. But just because she can't go doesn't mean he doesn't get to celebrate his birthday. That's insane. That's ludicrous.
Now,
Let that man live.
what if this wasn't his girlfriend? What if this was his wife? Does that change anything?
Hey, that's between that. Listen, that's between that. No, I don't think so. Like, I mean, I don't know, because it just depends on how they handle their finances. Not all married people are like, we have joint accounts, everything's joint. That's not how it works for everybody. So it depends on how they handle their finances. If their finances are separate and they each pay different bills and contribute different, like, then her not having her half is valid.
Right.
But no, I don't think that changes anything.
I bet that would lead to divorce in a lot of situations, though. If they were
Going on
married.
a trip without your spouse?
I bet you it would. Because this is the reason why I bring this up. Because I was speaking to a friend recently. And it's a friend I hadn't talked to in a long while. Social media and stuff like that, you reconnect with people. It could be 15 years, 20 years ago. Like, oh, hey, how you been?
Facts.
Saw that they were married, had kids, the whole nine. And the reason why I know this person is because we have a mutual friend. Another person who I had lost contact with and randomly got a hacking email from them and was like, yo, is this you?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, I was hacked, but how you doing? It's been so long. So friend number, the recent friend that I just reconnected with through social media, not through the email, I was like, yeah, I just found out that our mutual friend got divorced. Now, I thought that they were the perfect couple. This is the second time within the last 5 years that I've said these people are the perfect couple. They get along great. They are in love. They are in love. This is the aspiration of marriage.
Yeah.
That got divorced. And I was just like, yo, I couldn't believe it. And then the person that I was talking to was like, yeah, I'm getting a divorce as well. I said, what? But they broke down the reason why, and they said that their partner hasn't matched them in growth. Not financially anything, but like you get older, so you meet somebody in your 20s. I've changed so much since I'm not the same person that I was in my 20s. I'm a different person.
Yes.
I'm expecting my partner to grow with me. Now, sometimes we might grow apart because we just grow in different directions, right? The political landscape, not saying that this was a reason for any of the divorces, but the political landscape over the last 12, 16 years can cause major friction and has caused major friction in marriages, right? People like, I didn't believe that this was the person I'm married to. Yeah, this is who they are. But then there's also just like growth and ambition, right? Like some people get married and like, I did it. This is what I wanted. I'm good now. And it's like, well, but I still want to do this.
Yeah.
Right? Like I want to go over here. I want to expand my life with the family. No, I'm good right here. And eventually that'll just rub wrong with the people. And that's not talked about enough when people get married, is that you're going to change.
Yes.
Or your partner will change. And if you're not changing, that person that they married ain't the person that they want to be with anymore.
Yeah. That's, marriage is hard, right?
Yeah.
Like
I wouldn't really know. I wouldn't have married that long.
Ideally, you're supposed to grow together. And at least if not, on the same, like some parallel in some way, like you're supposed to do life together, grow and all these things together. But I don't know. I think you're just gonna see a lot of divorces, and here's why. Marriage started as just a business arrangement.
Here you go again.
I mean, it did, right? Like marriage was a business arrangement.
Marriage is about love.
No. It became that. But originally, you married off to get more power, to acquire land, money,
Yes,
things like that. It was a business arrangement. And then we said we shouldn't do that. We should make it about something that you know, doesn't last, and that is romantic love, right? We should base it on something ephemeral that nobody really's got a good handle on. We should definitely base this entire institution on that. And it don't make no sense. Like, you know what I mean? I'm entering into a lifetime contract on a feeling.
Well, okay. Look, okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to let my sister attack love and marriage, because I know people who have been married.
Attacking marriage.
I know people who've been happily married for a long time. I mean,
you know people who've been married for a long time.
No, I'm not. No, I actually personally know people. I'm not talking about people in our family, because I don't know anybody that's been married for a long time and happily. Even though, shout out to our aunt and uncle who just celebrated their 46th wedding anniversary. That's true love.
Congrats.
That's that Cupid from 112, true love. But but no, like love isn't fleeting.
Depends on what type of love you're talking about.
Love isn't fleeting.
Mm-hmm.
Being in love with somebody can be fleeting, because that's a different form of love. That's almost really lust. I mean,
I really hate the term in love, because it's not a real thing. Like, I think people use that as a catch-all for like lust, passion. It's a bunch of the fire, all of that stuff.
Oh, but I divide that up.
A bunch
I say that's
ephemeral
lust.
things.
I say there's lust, being in love, and loving somebody. Lust, you can have with anybody, anywhere, anytime, right? Like that's not really being enthusiastic about the person. It's more of a physical thing, or it could be a vibe thing, but it's more of a physical attraction as opposed to a strong emotional attachment. There's an emotional feeling, but not an attachment. Being in love can be an emotional attachment. These are these people that will date even for years and be in relationships, but that they don't really truly know each other. Loving someone is truly knowing them, accepting them as a person for all of their flaws and for their good stuff, and loving them.
Yes.
That is absolutely possible. Now, I will say personally, though I've said I love you to a handful of women, I've only truly loved one person. And the reason why I know that I loved them is because even when things went left, I still wanted them to be good. That's love. A lot of people say that they love their person, but then when things go left, they wish them all ill will, and it never really goes away. It never goes back to a point where that you're just like, you know what? The time that I spent with that person was fantastic. I love the being that they are. I just want them to be happy. That's love. When they can't do that, that's being in love. So I divide it. But what's also a problem is it was easy to stay married back in the day for a long period of time. You didn't have no other options. All you had was the options in your town.
Yes.
Now, it's options everywhere.
And also the option of
I did that on purpose, ladies and gentlemen. There was an old like Bernie Mac saying everywhere. That's the one slip up I actually did on purpose.
And there's also there's options in terms of other people, but there's also the option of just being by yourself. And that was not an option for people before, and it very, very much is now. Like, folks get pets, plants, build up friend communities and chosen family communities, and don't desire all of the baggage that comes with romantic love. So
there's a lot of baggage.
said, in love represents the initial, intense, passionate, and often idealized emotional state, similar to a firework. Love is a deeper, more stable, enduring, and conscious commitment that accepts a partner's flaws. Being in love is focused on feelings, while love is focused on actions and long-term connection. And that's where people mess up.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you, I'm about
love
to
is
attack
an
women.
action.
Yeah, I'm about to attack women. Listen.
Oh boy.
Listen to all y'all women out there and men, because I used to be, not used to be, still one of them men. The spark fades. The electricity fades. It does not last forever. And you don't make me feel like you used to make me feel, because we've been together for 3 years, okay? That doesn't stay. Do you like me as a person? Do you like spending time with me, even if it's not sexual? Do you just want to do things with me? Do you just want to hear my voice? Do you just want to spend time with me? That's love. That's the difference.
You don't make me feel the way I used to, blah, 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 is really not about feelings. Again, it's about actions. It's about actions. It's about behaviors. There used to be behavior and action that made me feel special, wanted, needed, cared for, that you no longer perform.
Nah, sometimes people be still performing them and they just don't hit
Do
like
they?
they used to. Yeah, sometimes. Oh, don't get me wrong. People get lazy in relationships, because you ever notice people gain weight? Like that relationship gain is for real, because y'all just kicking it and y'all be eating and chilling, and you would be thinking, because of all the activity, I'm talking about sex, ladies and gentlemen, that you wouldn't be burning some of them calories, but I guess you consuming a lot more calories than you burning. And hell, I guess if you burning a lot of calories, you need to consume more calories.
It's a vicious cycle.
It's the vicious cycle of being in relationships, and that's the reason why I am the way I am today. Look, ladies and gentlemen, when I talked to my friend, I was just like, are you happy with the decision? They said that they were, that they feel bad for their partner because the partner didn't want this. And I was like, I can understand feeling bad. You love them.
Yes.
You love them enough, though, to leave a situation where you're going to be unhappy, because eventually y'all are going to hate each other if you don't. Yeah,
resentment will build up naturally. So, yeah.
All right. That's enough of this dilly-daddling. We gave y'all a lot of this dilly-daddling. We're going to get into some news roundup. And speaking of people having resentment, people got a lot of resentment for a freestyle skier. And we're going to get into that next. All right, Jay, have you heard about Eileen Gu?
I have not.
All right, have you been watching any of the Winter Olympics?
I also have not.
Yo, I'll be real honest. I jive like forgot that they was even on.
I know it's on, but am I as big a fan of the Winter Olympics as I am of the Summer Olympics? No.
I wonder why. I wonder why that is.
Why I'm not a fan of Winter Olympics?
Uh-huh.
I don't have an interest in a lot of the sports.
I wonder why that is.
I don't know.
We are a lot more present in the Summer Olympics than we are in the Winter Olympics.
Oh, us?
Us.
No,
yes.
no, we're there. Listen, and
I didn't say that we weren't there. I said we're a lot more present.
Yes.
We be in the Summer Olympics, the Winter Olympics. The Jamaican bobsled team was a long time ago. They ain't walking through the door.
No, we there. In fact, I want to say it was Haiti's Olympic uniforms. Yes, their Winter Olympics uniforms. If y'all have not seen the Haitian Winter Olympics uniforms, they are gorgeous. But other than that, I don't really follow a lot of winter sports. So
neither do I. But the reason why I brought this up is Eileen Gu is getting backlash over representing China instead of the U.S. in the Olympics. She's an Olympic freestyle skier. She's 22 years old. She was born and raised in the U.S., but her mother is Chinese. In 2019, she chose to compete for China instead of Team USA. Has since become one of the most visible athletes in the Winter Olympics because she already got 2 silver medals. But she talked about while she was attending Stanford after she announced that she was going to be on China's team, that she got physically assaulted in the street near the campus. So much so that police were called to respond. She's received death threats. Her dorm room was reportedly robbed, and she described the experiences as something that no one should ever have to endure. Stanford and campus police either declined or did not immediately comment on any of the specific allegations at the time of the reporting. The time of the reporting was literally, the last time I read something was February 18th at 12 p.m. There was no response from Stanford. By the time this comes out, maybe Stanford will have said something. She said her reasoning for representing China was that she wanted to give a bigger impact. She wanted to have a bigger impact there. Felt that there were fewer skiing role models for young Chinese girls. Said that she was proud of both her American upbringing and her Chinese heritage. And she previously described the choice as incredibly tough. But that still didn't stop people from coming out to attacking her. Now, me personally, I'm going to put this up front because I'm a little biased. When you ask certain people in America, what do they identify as? A lot of people will say American, first and foremost.
Yeah.
I don't say that I identify as American, first and foremost. America is third, not because I'm not proud to be an American, but just because of historically how America has treated me. You ain't gonna keep leaving me at the altar and me still put you number one. That's how I feel. So when somebody asks me, what are you? Black, male, American.
Yeah.
That's how I say it. Black, cis male, American. That's how I do it. So I don't see no big deal about this. But for those people, the first thing that they say, I'm an American. Well, okay, you want to be offended because somebody chose not to have that as the number one identifier? Okay. She was born here. Her mother wasn't.
Yeah.
Her mother is Chinese. And
Yes.
she gave you a reason why she wanted to represent China. That wasn't good enough for you.
Yeah. Hey, she's from both places. She probably has Chinese
Family?
Residency status or something like, because her mother is from
Maybe.
China. So
Maybe.
she might have a Chinese passport if they register for it. She might. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I guess she would have to be on
She would
China's
have
national.
to.
Yeah.
I would think so. So she could choose either. So that's number one. Number two, baby, it's skiing. Why are we talking about death threats, physical assault? We talking about some skiing once every 4 years. This is not, nobody is getting, like, y'all not getting no money for this. Like, the athletes are, but like regular people, you don't have a dog in this fight. Like, honestly, you don't. I do not understand. We are talking about skiing. We're talking about one event every 4 years, and she wanted to represent a country that she is descendant from. Like, I don't, honestly, if black people knew where we was from, like, we, okay, like, we,
Speaking of that,
yeah,
there is a basketball player that played for Team USA, has got like 3 or 4 gold medals. Is the most decorated medalist for men's basketball ever, right?
Yeah.
Famous NBA player. He also happens to be Puerto Rican. when he was originally chosen to be on the Team USA, going all the way back to, I think it's 2004, he was like second year in the league, and he got no playing time on that team. That was also the last time America didn't get gold in the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
And the only reason why he chose USA basketball is because he was like, it's USA basketball. Like, it's kind of like a dream team, like Michael and Magic all played for him.
Yeah.
But he was going to play for the Puerto Rican national team. That man is Carmelo Anthony, Baltimore's own Carmelo Anthony. So there are a lot of people.
Puerto Rico,
he's Puerto Rican.
You're educating me on this, that Puerto Rico has a separate team from the U.S. team.
Yep.
Oh,
Puerto Rican national team. Yep.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. They're not part of the USA Olympics, even though they're United States citizens. I would imagine Guam also has if Guam got any type of teams, I would imagine that all of our quote unquote territories have their own national team, because they're a territory, not part of the United States.
Yeah. Yes.
So yes, he was going to play for the Puerto Rican national team, because the Puerto Rican national team had some play. They had some ballers on that team.
Okay.
They had some players. They had some players that could play. And he was like, I couldn't, because it was like, it's this prestige of Magic and Michael. But if that wasn't there, he was like, man, I was going to play for the Puerto Rican team, because I was going to get to play.
You were going to get to play.
Yeah. And I don't know if Eileen was going to be a U.S., as big in the U.S. team as she is for the China team. Like, I have no idea. I don't know nothing about no freestyle skiing. I'm going to be quite honest with all of y'all. But if she wasn't, and she wanted to be in the Olympics, I would absolutely, that would make sense to me. I'm like, hey, look, let me find out my lineage is from Ghana. And it's like, Bruce, you want to play for the Ghana national basketball team? My knees might not make it through, but I'm going to go ahead and play on the Olympics.
But I'm going to give it a shot.
Right.
I'm going to give it a shot. Okay? So, yes, I would be on the Nigerian air rifle team. If I knew...
The Nigerian air rifle team. Okay.
If we, you never know. But yeah, like, she has a choice. And then she made a choice about something that, honestly, it's important to really her. Like, I wish her the best. I'm happy for all of her success, but I don't give a damn. Like, it's not important to me. I don't get to share her medals.
None.
So what, y'all?
Now, and let's be honest. Okay. You know what? Normally I would do this in after hours, but this is a little snippet of something that I would say in after hours. I'm minus the cussing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be real honest. People that are complaining about her choosing China over America because she has Chinese descent.
Mm-hmm.
If she had beat out an all-American girl for that spot on the USA team, they would be up in arms about that.
Yeah.
They would say it was a DEI association and all types of stuff. So the same people complaining don't want her. They don't truly want her. They just don't want her to go nowhere else.
I don't know. Yeah, I think probably. But also, I don't know. I feel like I also love the Olympics because it's really like the one time where like we really have that national identity, because a lot of other countries, when you ask them, oh, where you from? They rep their country. What are you? They rep their country, right? They're giving you their nationality first. Oh, I'm Guatemalan. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're giving you that first. We don't really do that. We typically give our race first. Nah, I typically give my race first.
So when you've gone to Italy and Colombia and all that stuff, people ask what you are, because people always ask what you are because you ambiguous.
And I say I'm black.
Okay, all right.
They can hear from my accent that I'm American.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You know what I mean?
But I think we're the only ones that really do something like that.
I don't know, but I just know that that's the one time where you're cheering on people even who don't look like you. Because honestly, if you watching track and field...
Okay, now hold on. You ain't rooted against America in track and field?
I've never rooted against America in track and field.
There's been a couple times I've rooted against America in track and field.
Listen,
Usain Bolt was running?
I ain't saying Jamaica. That was exactly what I was thinking was Jamaica. I ain't saying that I'm not in there like, Jamaica, go. You know, right. I'm not saying that. That I don't also root for other countries. I do. But ultimately, I want to see America win the gold, right? Like that's.
Yeah, I want to. Okay, I want to see America win the most, but sometimes my blackness comes out, and I choose my blackness over everything else. I told you, I identify first as black.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is what it is.
Now,
people out
if
there
it's a predominantly black country against somebody else.
Oh, that's automatic. Hey, look, let me tell you something.
I'm rooting for him.
The only way I'm gonna root against a black country is if this obscure country got just the person that's just happy to be there, just smiling, is all smiles. I'm in the Olympics, just happy, and actually competing. And then that underdog thing that's inside of me will start rooting for him even when I'm like, no, wait a minute, what am I doing? It'd be a conflict within myself. Yeah. But I can't not root for an underdog. It's natural to root for an underdog. But
like Issa Rae famously said, I be rooting for everybody black.
Not everybody. Anybody want to run against Tim Scott? You can go ahead. You got my vote.
I'm talking about the Olympics.
Okay, because I just voted in the Virginia governor race, and it was a white woman versus a black woman. I voted for the white woman. And I'm happy as hell I did for now. Speaking of politics, we're just going to touch on this for a little bit because it's giving me a headache just getting ready to read what it is that we're about to talk about. Pete Hegseth is a tool. I'm going to use a word that he's familiar with. He's one of them bro dudes. He's a tool. So apparently the Secretary of Defense, not war, has decided the biggest threat to America is Harvard. He's announced that the Pentagon will end certain official education ties with Harvard starting in 26-27 academic year. He's framing this as Ivy League schools are left-wing. They undermine traditional values. They weaken what's called spiritual readiness. Says he wants to build more warriors and not wokesters. By the way, he has a Harvard degree.
Yeah. He went to Princeton.
Right. A lot of the people in an administration, even Dum-Dum, the Cheeto in chief, has a degree from an Ivy League. Now, how the hell he got it? Somebody did his work for him. Yes,
I know he went to Wharton.
That's an Ivy League. That's Penn, the University of Penn.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, no, it's Ivy League.
Because I ain't get close to it.
No. I mean, you could have if you really wanted to.
We went to a public Ivy.
We did go to public Ivy, and you went to a HBCU Ivy.
True.
So there you go.
There you go.
We're building warriors and not wokesters. Like he's got a little pee-pee, don't he? He has to. There's no reason why you keep bringing this much bravado. It feels like it's a lot of men in this administration that, drive the fancy cars because they lacking. We talk about Trump, Pete Hegseth, the Stephen Millers of the world, like all these people. It's nobody that just exudes confidence. As much as I didn't like W's policies when he was in office, I never thought that he was faking the funk. I didn't agree with him. I thought he might have been an idiot. Still not so sure where his intellectual prowess is. But I never thought that he was faking confidence.
Yeah.
He just was being himself.
Yeah.
Barack, ain't nothing. Barack just walked in the room. He cool. He just
got swag.
These dudes they reek of a lack of confidence, and they're trying to compensate and not trying to bring warriors, trying to build warriors, not wokesters. Wokesters is a word now. They done now taken woke and created wokesters.
Yeah.
Is that like wanksters?
I don't know. It's lame. It's about as lame as wankster was.
No, wankster was dope.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
50, I don't got no beef with you. 50, I don't have no beef with you.
It is what it is. It was lame. Was looking for something to rhyme with gangster, and it sucked.
What do you think about this Pete Hegseth thing? Like, because I got another thing that's even worse. It's actually worse than that.
Yeah.
But just on that, what do you think? I mean, what do you think? I don't know.
Yeah, so I don't understand this idea, and I'm gonna make up a term because I don't really know how else to describe it, but Christian militarism, where it's like you're super Christian and also super aggressive, like militarily. Like you want people to be like the Ivy League weekend spiritual readiness, but we want warriors. But he's hosting a monthly prayer service at the.
I'm gonna get to that next.
It's like a weird thing because I remember. Quote me, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought it was turn the other cheek. I don't remember Jesus knuckling up like this, and he was well within his right.
There is a tree. There is a branch. Christian Crusades. Like this has been a thing before. This isn't new.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, like this isn't new.
No, violence and religion is not new, right?
Yeah.
But I just find it deeply weird, and also it doesn't seem like it coexists, like it should coexist.
Not from Jesus's teachings, no.
No. And I thought that's what Christianity is. So I just find it weird. I think he's weird. I know you don't like the word weird. You like to say unique.
No,
but
you can
I'm
say
sorry, he's weird.
No, he's weird. He's weird. No.
Yeah, and you know what? It don't have anything to do with warriors versus wokesters. What it has to do is the accumulation of knowledge in general. They do not. Dumb people are easy to control because they believe anything.
Yeah, they want the knowledge. Don't get it wrong. Pete Hegseth is not a stupid man. He wants the knowledge.
No, he went to Princeton.
Yeah, he didn't want other people to have the knowledge.
He doesn't want other people because, again, people are easier to control when they don't know nothing because you can say anything with authority and they'd be like, oh, sound right. You can put a suit on and say something at a podium with authority, and people without discernment, not saying a formal education is needed to be discerning or to be intelligent, but that's what they think, right? I'm saying what they think. But people without the level of discernment to call BS on something are going to believe it. And that's what they're seeing, right? And that's the proof is in the pudding, right? Because we have the current executive and legislative branches that we have right now, okay?
And judicial. Hell,
I forgot about that. Yeah. Yes. So he doesn't want you to know your history so that they can repeat it and you not catch on. He doesn't want you to educate yourself. It's not about Harvard. He doesn't want you to educate yourself. Why keep the enslaved from reading if you didn't think that they had the mental capacity to do anything else but be enslaved? If you truly believe that, why keep them from reading? The same logic is applying here. Because they know that you're capable of more, and they don't want you to realize that.
Same reason why they're introducing this SAVE Act, right? They're supposed to make sure to crack down on voter fraud, which is a hoax. That actually is a hoax. There is no.
It literally is a hoax.
There's no widespread voter fraud. What it is a newer version of a poll tax. People are like, no, it's not a poll tax. Yeah, because people have to pay for new identification. And I don't know if most people realize this, or maybe in your world it's not a big deal, but a passport because I got to get a brand new passport. Damn, I kind of got to get that soon. I've been talking about it for like the last 2 years.
Literally, if you all have been listening to us from the beginning for years now.
Let's not detour. But that's about $1.60, $1.80, right?
Yeah.
When I got my real ID, I was jive like pissed because it cost me like $50.
Yeah.
And I was like, you making me get this and I got to spend $50 on this? Why is it so expensive? And now I have to have a real ID to travel in the United States. So yes, when you say people have to have a certain type of ID, it's a poll tax. That's what people are not getting. And people are like, it's just $50. $50 ain't much to me or you, but to a person that's 2 weeks behind on their bills.
Yes.
So in other words, people sometimes live check to check.
Yes.
Which means they cool as long as that check come, right? They can pay their bills as soon as that check come, ain't no big deal. What happens when you behind?
Right.
When that check isn't paying next month's rent, but this month's rent. But it's the end of the month. You see what I'm saying? Like people live like that. So it is a big deal, but we're not done with Pete. You brought up Christian. We got one more thing, and then we're going to get to karaoke next. We're going to get to some laughter next, ladies and gentlemen, but I got to get to this. At the same time, he's cutting down education. Hegseth is hosting a monthly prayer services at the Pentagon. Look, I ain't got no problem with praising the Lord. That's a good thing. I can roll with that.
Of church and state, but all right.
Here's the problem. His ass is closely aligned and has invited Doug Wilson. Who is Doug Wilson? He's that Idaho pastor, Christian nationalist, who has said that he's argued for women that they should not be able to vote. He's defended or marginalized aspects of American slavery and taught strict male headship and subordination of women.
Yeah.
He's a misogynist that's coming to the Pentagon and racist.
And again, think about the things that he has argued for or against. Don't want women to vote. Defended American enslavement. Men are the head of the household and women should be subordinate. This is, again, all things that do what? Maintain the current power structure.
Well, that's not the power structure anymore. That's the problem. It's disrupting the power structure. You had just had 2 women run for president of the United States. You had a black man win the presidency not once but twice. Status quo that shook him up. And it's like, this ain't the America that I'm used to. I'm used to America where it's the white man at the top. Black man could be underneath him. White woman underneath that. Black woman underneath that. And everybody else underneath that. Now, if you're lucky, quote unquote, you'll get thrown into this white category. So Irish, you didn't used to be white, but you could be white now. Italian, you didn't used to be white, but you could be white now. You know, Asian, hey, tell you what, you can't quite be white, but you could be more than black. Because I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to allow y'all to come over to this country, and we're not going to give you loans to open up restaurants and stores in white neighborhoods. But what we will do is we'll give you loans to open up stores and restaurants in black neighborhoods. At the same time, not allowing black people to take out loans to open up stores in the black neighborhoods. So we'll put you above them, but you're not white. Because just remember, you can't go skate for China. You got to skate for us.
Right. You're right.
This is America, ladies and gentlemen. This is what they want to go back to. And Pete Hegseth, like I said, is a tool.
Yes.
I don't know. That's just the way I feel. How you feel
If you got to
about it?
put your foot on other people's necks to get anywhere, you're not supposed to be there. The places that you want to go, if you got to put your foot on people's necks to get there, you're not supposed to be there. And that's the harsh truth, is that vast majority of people, all people from all walks of life, are mediocre. We just regular people. We're just regular people. Most of us, we're just regular folks.
Talk about yourself. I'm exceptional.
Well, whatever. and who just want to just live out their lives peacefully. But there are mediocre people who have deluded themselves and built a society and a system that feeds this delusion that they are exceptional above others. And that's just not the truth.
If you got to cheat to win, you ain't a winner. All right, Jay, we are running a little long here. You know, I like to keep these bad boys no longer than a minute and then an hour and 5 minutes. But we're going to look, ladies and gentlemen, every now and then we're going to give you a long one. Okay.
Yeah.
This segment is going to be short, but it's talking about something that hit me personally this weekend. This weekend, I was out celebrating a birthday.
Yes.
Won't say who, because we won't say who. I was celebrating a birthday, and it was a karaoke party.
Yeah.
Karaoke is for certain individuals.
Okay.
It's for the struggling, not the gifted. If you can really sing, you don't do karaoke. Just
Why
go
not?
and just go. Okay, now I knew you was going to feel this way because you could actually sing. Because karaoke is meant to be fun. It's meant to make people laugh at you. It's meant to be all inclusive. When you got people that can actually sing, they don't just go up there and just sing. They do a whole damn performance.
Yes.
We got into a debate with this person at the karaoke event because they were using the karaoke event basically to strut their stuff, doing a performance, holding the mic all the way up above their face, hitting all the high notes. And really, I called them out on it because I was like, you do got a nice voice, but what you are is a mimic. Because you've sang like 4 or 5 different songs and I've not heard your voice. What I've heard is you sound like the person that originally sang the song.
Which doesn't mean that they're not talented. Like, here's the thing. Plenty of people listen to music, try to sing like the person that's singing and can't. If mimicry
that don't
was
mean they
easy,
can sing.
then everybody could sing. No, if mimicry was easy, then everybody could sing. But they can't. They can't. And I know some of y'all think y'all sound like Mariah Carey, but you sound like Mariah Scary.
I be getting mad at these people. They be choosing real songs. What I mean is, the person that we know loves to sing a specific song. It's a little obscure. Only a certain people of a generation would know this song. That's what you do at karaoke. Other people are singing I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston. And it's like, no, first of all, that's Whitney Houston. Why are you up there trying to sing like Whitney Houston? And they be singers. And then they give this arrogance about them. Or they give these passive-aggressive kind of humbleness. Like, you can sing. You went up there. You chose a song that you knew that was going to blow everybody up. And then everybody's like, oh, you sound so great. You knew you sound great, but you got to be like, oh, thank you so much. I just wanted to just sing a little bit and I'm really shy when I come up there.
This feels very pointed.
I'm pointing at the person, not you. You don't do this. You don't do this.
As a person
who can sing,
who has some vocal ability.
No, ladies and gentlemen. She hates to talk about this. She hates to bring this up. She doesn't want to do it in person. She won't do it in person. My sister can sing, not sing, sang. Is she Kelly Clarkson good? No, because Kelly Clarkson is like on par with almost.
I sing better than Kelly Clarkson.
You think your voice is better than Kelly Clarkson?
I absolutely do.
I just saw Kelly Clarkson.
Not saying Kelly can't sing down.
Hold on. I just saw Kelly Clarkson out sing Patty.
That's also a bold face.
No.
Lie.
No. They were singing On My Own, and she out sang Patty. Kelly can sing.
Kelly Clark. I am going to crash out. Kelly Clarkson cannot out sing Patty. I
said she did.
LaBelle.
She did. I'm gonna send you the clip. She outsang Patty. Because first of all, Patty don't be remembering the words to her own damn songs.
She ain't got to.
We back on karaoke, and go ahead and defend the good voiced people out there.
It is okay. So you're right that there are people who get up there and want praise, accolades, all the things for singing down. And sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. But there are people who go up there with that kind of ego and arrogance. But there are also people, such as myself, who never want to volunteer. Never want to volunteer. And the people they're with volunteer them. Okay?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And so now you know
many a times.
Yeah, but now you know that since they know you can sing, they're expecting you to get up there and sing.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't just go up there and have fun with it, because that's not why they signed you up against your will. They signed you up against your will so they could hear you sing.
In this particular instance, this past weekend, this person, there was a trophy involved. There was a trophy involved. So then that's when I took it serious.
Yes.
Right. I'm like, all right, is a trophy involved? It's something that we fighting for. Then we fighting as a community against this one person who is trying to rig the system, who specifically is going up there and saying, you ain't got no vocals. Now I want to fight you and win this trophy. Yeah. And so these are that's specifically the people I'm talking about. This was not a poignant attack towards you. Not everything in life is about you, my little sister.
Sometimes
the Leo always is about me. Not everything is about you. Okay.
Well,
I'm talking about this one particular person.
Okay.
Who stole the trophy? They stole the trophy.
Did they steal it or were they good? I mean, listen, there are people who've gotten up to do karaoke, can sing, but don't put on a good performance. There are people who've gotten up to do karaoke, can't sing, put on the best performance.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that you know what? I'm going to be real honest. I believe that they were a mimic, and a lot of time I couldn't hear their voice over the music. When I did hear their voice, I was like, oh, that sounds good. But their voice didn't overpower the music.
Yeah.
So did I think that they should have won off of vocals? Yes, because there was a lot of people that was really, really off key. I was one of them. I thought I had this part nailed. And then when I sang it to the mic, I was like, that don't sound like what my ear be hearing.
Yeah.
that don't sound like what it
which means, again, being able to mimic an artist is a talent.
Yeah, well, I didn't say the person wasn't talented. I just thought, they're an asshole.
Karaoke, ladies and gentlemen, they thems. Karaoke is for everybody. It's about having fun, and sometimes fun means you sing badly. Sometimes fun means you sing well. Every time I get up to do karaoke, the crowd is loving it. And do I sing badly? No, I don't. So it doesn't. But I've also gone crazy for somebody who is tone deaf but is given their all, and I'm loving it. So it's
You made my point for me. Some spaces are meant for community, not performance. Karaoke isn't about talent. It's about a shared embarrassment. When talented people don't dominate, when talented people dominate, they turn it into what was participation into a competition. And so that's what this last weekend turned into, a competition, of which
it was a competition.
me and
there
my
was
group,
a trophy.
And well, okay, so the karaoke people turned it into a competition, and that's bullshit, because it was supposed to be just for fun, and now they made it real. And now I'm pissed off because I didn't take that trophy, and that trophy was kind of tall too. And you think that I wouldn't have held it and put it on my bar and put a light shining directly on it to say I won that karaoke? So now I'm determined. I'm gonna get my vocals chopped, because I ain't challenged my chops in a long time. I got my allergies was a little messed up. My throat was a little
various reasons.
I wasn't there. This person probably was drinking lemon water all day, hot tea, to make sure their vocals was clear.
They prepped. They were prepped.
They wore the right clothing to make sure they was free flowing. And this was some bull. And I should have got. Maybe I shouldn't have got the trophy. Maybe somebody in my crew should have got the trophy. That's all I'm saying.
I think karaoke is 100% about performance.
Yeah, performance, not vocals. It's not a competition.
You
It's
said
participation.
it is for community, not performance. And that's
Look,
no, it is 100% about the performance.
I meant to say, look, players mess up sometimes too. I messed up my words. I told you I was tired at the top. Okay?
You did say it. You
I
said
did
it.
say it.
You did. Yeah.
I done stumbled over that Jesse Jackson monologue 3-4 times. What was the word that I said?
It was, he got the Medal of Freedom, but you kept saying Freedman.
But I wasn't lying, though.
You wasn't.
I wasn't lying, though. Jay, what do you want to tell these people before we get out of here?
It's skiing. Y'all are way too intense about things that matter to a few people. It's skiing. Just watch the Olympics. Know that you'll never be there, so I don't know why you're even worried about it. And enjoy yourself.
As the Jacksons said, enjoy yourself. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, they did say that. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for listening. I want to thank you for watching. And until next time, as always, I'll holla. Woo! That was a hell of a show. Thank you for rocking with us here on Unsolicited Perspectives with Bruce Anthony. Now, before you go, don't forget to follow, subscribe, like, comment, and share our podcast wherever you're listening or watching it to it. Pass it along to your friends. If you enjoy it, that means the people that you rock will enjoy it also. So share the wealth, share the knowledge, share the noise. And for all those people that say, well, I don't have a YouTube. If you have a Gmail account, you have a YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can actually watch our video podcast and YouTube exclusive content. But the real party is on our Patreon page, After Hours Uncensored and Talking Straight-ish. After Hours Uncensored is another show with my sister. And once again, the key word there is uncensored. Those are exclusively on our Patreon page. Jump onto our website at unsolicitedperspective.com for all things us. That's where you can get all of our audio, video, our blogs, and even buy our merch. And if you really feel generous and want to help us out, you can donate on our donations page. Donations go strictly to improving our software and hardware so we can keep giving you guys good content that you can clearly listen to and that you can clearly see. So any donation would be appreciative. Most importantly, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for listening and watching and supporting us. And I'll catch you next time. Audi 5000. Peace.